Hello, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm also welcome to the part 3 of this mathematics preparation question and answer for this upcoming waec examination. If this is the first time watching my video or visit my channel, do well to subscribe, like, and hit on the question button in case you have a new video like this. Here is the question of the day. So today's question says that a man left from left-hand M at 10 a.m. and traveled by car to town M at average speed of 72 km per hour. He spent 2 hours for a meeting and returned to town M by bus at average speed of 40 km per hour. If the distance covered by the bus was 2 kilometer longer than order of the car, and he arrived at town M at 1:55 p.m. Calculate the distance covered from M to N. So if you understand this question, that this question is related to like physics question, we're talking about speed. Now speed is given, the formula for speed is given, the distance covered by time. Speed can be given as, because I deal with speed here, speed is equal to the distance covered by divided by the time taken. So here now you have to calculate the distance from M to N. So in the first journey now, the man starts the journey from M and move to what? Time what? N. So we want to calculate the distance for this M to N. If you look at this question, it says that if the distance covered by the bus was 2 kilometers longer than order of the car, it means that the distance of the man returned from time N to N, man returned, he returned to time N. So the distance moved from this N back to this N is given as what? It's given as 2 kilometers longer than the travel from M to N. So in this place now, let me write the data out for better understanding. Let me write the data down. So the question again, let me read the question again. You have a man left for time M at that was means that what? The first data here, we have our time. Our time is equal to the time for N. Distance for N to N. The time is given as 10 a.m. The period of travel starts from 10 a.m. That is the starting time. Starting time is 10 a.m. And to the car at average speed, the speed is given. Let me do it as S. It's equal to 72 km per hour. He spent 2 hours in the meeting. Time for the meeting. Let me have time of the meeting is equal to, we have 2 hours. And return to time M by bus. So these are the data. So in this case, the distance between this N to M, that is the calculation. Calculate the distance from the distance of M to N. The distance, and let the distance be what? S. So our distance for this one, for M, distance for M to N is equal to S. Let it be S. Let it change as what? At S. So now let's calculate the distance between, for N, when he travel back, he will travel back to N. So for N to N now. And we are given what? For M to N, we turn to by use a bus at average speed of 40 km. So our speed here is equal to 40 km per hour. 40 km per hour. And if the distance covered by the bus was 2 km longer than the 4. So if that 2 km longer than the 4, that means the distance for N, distance from M to N is given as 2 longer than the before. Means that we have s plus 2. S plus 2. Because this is the first one. Longer than the one than that car. Longer than this first journey here. So that is around the 2 kilometers plus this one. You add it together. That will give what the actual distance we move from this end to what? To this end. So in this place now, and we are given the data spotting, the speed, we are given distance. And when is time? Divided that is what longer than the word of the car. It arrived at the time m at what? The arrival time is the time we arrive. The arrival time is we have 1:55 p.m. 1:55 p.m. We have to calculate what the distance. So we want to calculate the distance from n to this. So these are the data. So you know from this place now, in order to get the distance, you have to make that something like here. But before you calculate the distance from m to n, you have to calculate the time spent on the journey. The time spent on the journey. So the time spent on the journey is that the starting time, which is 10 a.m. minus, you're subtracting the starting time from the arrival time. So let's do the calculation of the time spent on the journey. Is equal to the arrival time minus the starting arrival time minus the starting time. The starting time. So here now, the time spent is equal to our arrival time is arrived at what? 1:55 p.m. minus we had a starting point, which is what? 10 a.m. So if you calculate the distance from 10 a.m. to 1:55, which is 3 hours. Then we have 11, 12, 1. We have 55. That's what 3 hours and what? 55 minutes. We use 3 hours 55 minutes for what? The time spent on what? On the journey. So when you subtract it, we have what? 3 hours. Now we have 3 hours 55 minutes. So the time spent on the journey is 3 hours. This one is not 2. This one is 3 hours. 3 hours 55 minutes because it starts from 10. So you started cutting 10, 11, 12, 1, and what? 55 minutes. So that means that we have 3 hours and 55 minutes for the journey. So this is the time spent on what? On the journey. So now to get what? The time spent on the what? On the motion now. We have get our time spent on the journey. We have not that one. So now the time spent on the motion. The time spent on motion. The time spent on motion is equal to time spent on motion is equal to the time spent on journey, time spent on journey minus the time on the meeting, time spent on the meeting. So let's say in the meeting rather, in the meeting. So this one we get the time spent on the journey is equal to, we have 3 hours, 55 minutes minus time on the meeting. Time in the meeting, you have 2 hours. So when you start from 2 hours from 3 hours, you give what? 1 hour, 55 minutes. 1 hours, 55 minutes. So time spent on the motion. The time spent on the motion is 1 hour, 55 minutes, while the time spent on the journey is for 3 hours, 50 minutes. So in this place now, after you have gotten this now, we are still moving to our calculation now. So let's calculate the time we moved from the starting point meter m to m, the time m to time n here. So that is where we apply the formula. Now speed is equal to distance over time taken. And in this place, you want to make our time. You want to make time instead of formula now. Our time is equal to because multiply. So this one come down, that's the distance over speed. Distance over speed. So in this place now, we have from the time from the journey from this end to end. So the time is given as, let me say as t m is equal to our distance. Our distance here is what? That's what we are calculating. That's what? S over our speed. Our speed is 72 kilometers per hour. So that is for this. That is for this one, the time of what? From journey from this one, M to N. That is for this. For this second time, let's call this one equation 1. Let's call this one equation 1. So for time from N to N, that's given as T, N, and what? N. This one is given as, we have our time from this place for our distance. Our distance is equal to S plus 2 over our speed. We have 40 kilometers per hour. 40 kilometers per hour. So in this place, let's call this one equation 2. So in order to calculate the distance now, for this way we have first distance here, this is distance, first distance for the time M to N, and second distance is for N to M. So what we just did now will be what the total distance, the total time, that is equation 1 plus equation 2, equal to the time spent on motion. This equation 1 plus equation 2. Now to get what the total distance from M to N. So you add the time you take the journey from M to N plus time you take from N to M equal to the time spent on what? On motion. So let's do the calculation. Here we have it as, we have the equation 1 plus equation 2. Equation 2, and equation 1 we have S over 72 plus equation 2 we have 4S plus 2 over 40 equal to the time spent on the motion. And the time spent on the motion is what? Is 1 hour 55 minutes. So to avoid conversion now, let's convert this one 1 hour 55 minutes to hours. You know 60 seconds make what? 1 minute. So here, this one we keep S over 7 divided by 72 plus S plus 2 over 40 is equal to, we have 1 hour 55 over 60, that gives us hours. And you convert this one is 60 seconds, make what? Minutes. So this minute is what? That's represented as 60 seconds here. Everything is multiplied by this amount of hours. So let's convert this one in minutes fashion now. So let's convert this one to interval fashion. So the 60 times this plus 55, that gives what? 155. 155. So here you have S over 72 plus S plus 2 over 40 is equal to, this time that is 60, 60 plus this, that is 155. We have 155 over 60. So as you are getting it now, so for this space, what we just do here is very simple. We to find the SCL of what? 72, 40, and 60. So what's the SL of 76, 40, and 60? The SL is just 360. Because 360 is common to both parts here. 72, 40, and 60. So the SL of this and this and this is what? Is 360. So multiply this 60 by what? By both sides. Multiply this 60 by this side. Multiply this by what? This side. So when you multiply this one by 360 and multiply this side by 360. So here 72 equals 360, we have 5. 40 in 360 here, we have this place. Okay, to avoid conversion, let me do it like this. In this part, let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. To avoid conversion in this part. To avoid conversion in this part, I have S over 72. So when you spend the s here, we have 360 are we? So this part and this part is multiplied is 360 multiplied by s over 72 plus 360 multiplied by s plus 2 over 40 equal to, we have 1, sorry, this one is 115. 115 over 60 multiplied by 360. Yes, now 72 here, we set 1, 72 here we have 5. Here we have 40 here, 1, 40 here we have 9. 60 here, 1, 60 here we have 6. So in this place we have 5 times s, that equals 5s plus 9 into brackets, we have s plus 2 equal to, this we have 115 times 6 here. So let's open this bracket here. We have 5s plus 9 times s, that's next s. 9 times 2 we have plus what? 18 is equal to, this time 115 times 6, that was 690. It gives us 690. So in this place now, when you collect the lifetime, this plus this one we giving 40. 40 plus, let's collect lifetime, this one plus this. Okay, let's take this one to the other side. We have 169, 160 minus 180. Because this one is plus, immediately you change touch this one. This equal to change to the sign we change to minus. So here, subtract this from this. We have 140s is equal to this minus this give 672. So in order to make s as a formula now, s as a formula it is equal to divide both sides by question of what? Of s. And question of s is what? Is 14. So we divide both sides by 14. Divide both sides by 14. It's 14 here, 1. Here we have 1, 1. Here, 14 here, we have 40 what? 8. So therefore our s is equal to what? 48. So it means that our distance from n to n is equal to what? 48, which is what made as kilometer. So that is how you calculate what? This question. And if you like this video, do what to subscribe, like, and the notification button. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye for now.